Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekly reading. This isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. As I'm recording this, it is Sunday, April 20th. We do currently have the sun in Taurus and the moon is in Capricorn right now. So welcome to Taurus season and happy birthday shout outs to all of the Tauruses out there. We will, or right now actually, we have, Mars opposing Pluto, with Mars being in Leo and Pluto in Aquarius. Mercury's in Aries, Venus is in Pisces. We also have Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, Neptune is also in Aries. It's a lot. It's a nice little mix though of all of the modalities. Yeah, because we got earth, air, water, and fire. Yeah, so let's see, what messages need to come through as it pertains to the energy for this week. I've already, within myself been feeling this Mars and Leo energy, which is also going to be squaring Taurus. The sun in Taurus with and it also, it will be, we're still in early degrees, but it'll also start squaring Lilith as we, move through Taurus season, with Lilith being in Scorpio. It'll actually oppose the sun as we move throughout this Taurus season, but it will square Mars. But let's see what comes through. What I've been feeling is, the reason I was guided to use the animal deck, because it does feel like there's kind of like an energy of how can I say this? Like, it feels kind of resistant in a way. Like something, whether this is you or, just the energy or, someone outside of you or that you may be energetically connected to. Like, it feels like almost like a tug of war. Like someone is resisting something that they know that they have to do, or I don't, depending on your situation or circumstance, you may feel like that. Because what I'm hearing is just like, no, 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 no. Like someone's saying no to something. Well, let's see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the energy surrounding the collective for this week. Can I get one more? So, bottom of the deck, we have the hummingbird. And I'm instantly being drawn to the throat chakra. I don't know why throat and drawn wanted to come out at the same time, but I'm being drawn to the throat chakra in this card. Like, and we know Taurus, that's fifth, how can I say this? Taurus is second house energy. So, it deals with, the things, whether they're people, places, or things that, we value, what we value. It's ruled by Venus. But it also does rule the throat chakra. And I feel like someone is either resisting from saying something, or they don't want to say something. You may not want to talk about it, they may not want to talk about it, but it's almost like, normally the color for the throat chakra is blue, but with it being red, it makes me feel like whatever is needing to come out, or whatever someone doesn't want to say, has to deal with like the root chakra energy, which is, how we, foundate ourselves. It's our root chakra energy, but also like, how can I say this? How we, almost situate ourselves. And it could be dealing with a situation with it being a root chakra that has to do with like, like home, or, things or people or places that we're connected to. But yeah, it makes me feel like, yeah, something someone wants to say or has to say, it's like they don't want to say it. Where the hummingbird, in a more positive aspect, is like, the way it's described in the book is, it's described as like sweet spot energy. Like, and it always goes back to the same, I want to say the same plant where, they get nectar from. They always go back to that plant. Let me take a look though, if I'm remembering this the right way. It's air energy. It's been a while since I used my animal cards. Yep. It says, inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these same sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. The sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. When it's in balance, it's smart and curious, it likes to learn. And when it's out of balance, it's pushy, insistent, or sharp. And to bring it into balance, it says take a class. So, like, for some of you, you could be being viewed as this hummingbird. And it's almost like the things that you say, like, are transformative to others, because I feel like this small spirit is some, like it almost makes me feel like whatever you say, like it comes from like a very grounded place for you, and it's transformative. It's like with the moth energy, like it almost helps like lift others up, is what I want to say. But they're saying it's natural, it's natural. That's what I'm hearing. It's natural, it's natural. Like, some of you may not even know that you do that. You may not be aware of it because you're just being a hummingbird. You know, you're just being you. But it almost feels like wherever you get what you're saying from, like it is just like how can I say, like it feels like it's just an innate part of who you are and what you are. Up under that we have the owl. Yeah, there's a lot of air energy here. And I'm hearing take notice, take notice. Yeah, the way that you do, or whatever it is that you do, whatever you say, however you say it, the way that you speak it, it's almost like it elevates others. And for some of you, you could be this hummingbird and this owl where you're seeing like the way it transforms others, whether that's, you know, what you're saying in almost like a mental way. Then we have the lion. Which is fire energy. So it almost like I'm hearing admirable. It's almost like it gives others the courage to, you know, either they open up to you or just it makes them want to, you know, open up and like step into this energy for themselves. I like this. But it's almost like there's hesitancy with the oyster, which is water, along with the starfish. And then we have the fire energy. It's almost like whoever is in this energy, whoever you're impacting by what you say, or, you know, how you, whatever you've said, or the way that you speak, it's impacting this person in a way where they feel like whatever they're around, like they almost can't be this starfish. So they're like almost forced to be this oyster. But that's changing with the butterfly energy. Yeah. This is almost making me feel like someone is accepting, like, almost like they're a zebra. Like, I feel like whoever is on the receiving end of your words, it's almost like, okay, they're like almost accepting that, you know, this change for what it is. And it could just be with the black egg, which is the throat chakra card in this deck, but it speaks to, you know, expression, like how they express themselves. Like the way you express yourself is impacting others or another in a way where they are like, it's different for them, but it's almost like they're getting comfortable in doing that, or will be. So we have the bear coming out, which is earth energy. And that makes me feel like the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's almost like, again, even with the bat, like you're watching. If you're a feminine energy, you could be watching something or someone transform, like come out of, like going from darkness to light with this bat energy. Can I get another one for the collective and the energy surrounding this week? Here we have the rabbit. More earth energy and the raccoon. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it feels like if you're in this energy, because if you're a feminine and you're in this energy, it's almost like especially with the rabbit and the raccoon, like it almost feels like whoever is in this energy, it's like I'm getting the energy of intimidation or like feeling like scared of you. Because it's almost like with the raccoon here, the way that I'm seeing this is like it's like I don't even have the words to explain what I'm feeling right now, because it's almost like you're solid and secure in who you are. But it's almost like this rabbit energy is afraid of, like, even, or I hate to even use the word afraid, but is fearful of like what you bring up for them. Like this raccoon energy, like it likes to, first of all, raccoons only come out at night. And if it's out in the day, that means something's wrong with it. But it's almost like, oh no, like I feel like this, whoever is in this rabbit energy is like, oh no, like something is coming out. And then we have the hawk energy. But it doesn't feel like it's bad. It feels like it's actually healing. Because the hawk energy almost feels like a guide or being guided to, again, open up. Let that color out. Mm. Get one more. Can I get one more, please, Spirit? Yeah, then we have the owl. Which is like the high priestess energy. And that makes me feel like, yeah, it's like, it's almost like you're bringing into awareness or bringing something into the awareness of someone of what like they already know, but it's almost like, I don't know if they forgot. I don't know, like, I don't know. But whoever is having like this awareness, it almost feels like a tower moment. Because I feel like this person is startled, like I'm gonna get one more because it feels like you can like you can see this person, or if it's vice versa, they can see you from like all angles. So we have the zebra coming out, yeah. And it feels like your intuition, like I said, for some of you is like showing you that, you know, you're unique. You know, like we all know that we're different, but it's almost like, I don't know if this person didn't believe it. I don't know if they just didn't want to be a zebra. Like, I don't know, like why, but with the spider energy, it makes me feel like it was all part of the plan. What you need? Oh, um, like it's all part of the plan with the spider here. And it's almost like there's a masculine energy, like, yes, it's like they're realizing that. With the elk energy. And in this process, they'll then, like, it's almost like whoever this is will be able to, like, speak freely. Because that's what the nightingale energy is. Or it was to, like, actually open up that throat chakra energy where they may have been, you know, timid or afraid before with the tarantula, like, afraid to, I don't even know, in a way, like, ruffle feathers, or I don't know. It feels, this is weird. This is very weird. So let's get a oracle. What's going on? What's going on for the collective? So bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords, which is an energy of rest and rejuvenation. It's an energy of healing, you know, taking time out to heal. And then see, here's that Tower energy with disruption. Yeah, someone's having like a massive awakening, and I feel like it's this rabbit energy. But this awakening is good. Like, if it, yeah, we got the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, which says fulfillment of wishes and material harvest. Yeah, because whatever has been repressed or like held down or shut in or restricted, it's almost like they're breaking free of that. Like, where things are more, you know, free flowing emotionally for this person. Because you have to know, like, when you repress yourself in any way, emotionally, like at least I believe, like it affects you emotionally more than anything else. And that's probably why there's no water out here right now. We have earth, air, and fire, but there's no water here. And it almost just makes me feel like someone is being woken up to the energy of like feeling good about themselves. And with the nine of cups, but also with the nine of pentacles, like being secure, like almost knowing that this bear energy is within them too. But with the two of swords, it's almost like this person like didn't want to face reality or doesn't want to face reality of what it is. Because with the Four of Wands and the Truth, like that foundation was built on confusion, on like denial, the foundation within of themselves. Let's get one. What's the overall energy, Spirit? I'm telling you, we have the Two of Cups, which is spiritual union in this deck with a masculine energy, with the Emperor at the bottom, authority. And it's almost like even if this spiritual union is the joining of their own masculine and feminine energies, it's almost like their feminine, or how can I say this, their masculine energy was afraid of, or like almost didn't know how to merge or understand their own feminine energy. This could be like someone that's hyper masculine, whether male or female doesn't matter, but like overly masculine. So what they're feeling and, you know, being like their intuition, like that's feminine energy. It's almost scaring this person. And for some of you, if you are a feminine energy, you're doing that for them. Like, but not in a bad or, you know, scary way. It's just how you move through life. We have the Four of Cups. And then the Chariot card. Yeah. It feels like this masculine energy. Yeah, because if they're this Emperor energy, the best way I can say it is like someone that's hyper masculine that, you know, feels like they have to carry this bravado energy, but it's not about being, you know, all masculine or all feminine. It's blending the two together, because you see how his arms are folded here, but then here he's a little bit more relaxed. Yeah, because this person is realizing like being in this hyper masculine energy was actually making them feel emotionally drained, but also preventing them from moving forward, because it's almost like they didn't want to acknowledge that. with the Chariot, which says triumph, and the Two of Swords and mental conflict. And it's also realizing, like, being out of balance in this way, they couldn't move forward. It's almost like they have to, like, almost surrender to the Chariot energy, that balanced, you know, it's cardinal waters, Cancer energy, almost like being able to blend and hold the two sides of the masculine and feminine energy together, because then it makes this mental conflict dissipate. And then they're like, oh, I see, like, oh, like someone's having like a massive aha moment is what I feel like. And it could be coming, either they're having it for themselves or it's happening like with another person. Can I get another one, Spirit, for the collective? Yep. There's a merging happening. Yeah, the Chariot coming out. Look, and y'all just see me shuffle these cards. You know what it's making me think of? Because I'm hearing, and I think I got this song before a while ago, Avance Can't Wait, but it's from the movie Shark Tale, and I feel like the masculine energy is Oscar, but then he encounters the girl, I can't think of her name. Long story short, she was basically like a catalyst for this person, or, you know, for Oscar in the movie. But it feels like that's what's happening for this masculine. And it's putting them into like go mode to get themselves together internally, or to go towards this person, or, you know, it could be vice versa, it could be you. I kind of feel like I need to use a different tarot deck. I was gonna use the Urban Tarot, but it doesn't feel right. But maybe it is, because look, I haven't even shuffled it yet. Yep, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Because look what's at the bottom of the deck. The Two of Cups. So let's see. What's going on, Spirit? As it pertains to this energy and spread for the collective. What's going on? These cards are just so long and my hands are so small. What's going on? Can I get one more? They're telling me to get another oracle card, so we're gonna get one more and then we'll move into the tarot. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Yes, I love it. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, because this is like a fresh start, a clean slate. I feel like if there's a masculine energy coming towards a feminine, they are coming in with, you know, like the intention of, you know, building. But something is being created with this Ace of Pentacles. It says prosperity begins. Yeah, because it's almost like this person is tired of, you know, being in an energy of, you know, imbalance. They're showing me the Five of Pentacles, which is, you know, lacking. But then we have movement, choices and decisions, which is the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is decided. They're walking through into a new, like I said, they're coming out of, you know, just a dark place or space within themselves. Wow. Because this is the Sun card. Because I'm hearing like choosing happiness. They're choosing happiness. Or whatever it is that, you know, is happiness for them. Even if, you know, happiness is a mind state or a mentality. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess, which is already out here in the Owl energy. Because it almost makes me feel like there's a deep knowing. Like this person's like, they could have been like sitting and knowing like, hey, you know what? I have to almost like, how can I say, like, it almost feels like work with others. With the Six of Pentacles, because that's an even exchange. It's success, or at least the card says success, but it's, you know, a reciprocal energy. Where this person could have been this Princess of Wands, someone that was just, you know, like, caught up in a way of where they were like, it almost feels like very self-serving, or, you know, like chasing thrills or lust or things of that nature. But with the Magician here, it almost feels like they're realizing like how it almost feels like how they lost at their own game, or whatever game, or, you know, it almost feels like someone who was playing in turn like a mental game with themselves, which would bring it back to that Two of Swords energy of, you know, not wanting to face reality, not wanting to see the truth within the situation. Like, because the Five of Swords is mind games, in with, especially next to the Magician, that's mind games and manipulations. But it's almost like this person is realizing like either they weren't, you know, it was keeping them off balance, or keeping them from having like reciprocal situations. And causing a lot more confusion, but it made them almost feel like powerful. With the Four of Pentacles, it gave them like a sense of, like we had seen before, that Emperor energy, like almost like a false sense of self, which is ultimately ego. So let's see, can I get one for the bear? Why is this bear here? What is this bear energy? Why is the bear here? What is this bear energy? We have the Strength card coming out. And I'm hearing the epitome, the epitome. It's almost like if you're this bear energy, which like I feel it's feminine energy, male or female doesn't matter, but if you're this bear energy, it's almost like you exude the epitome of strength, but it's not forceful, like you're not forcing it. And it's almost like it's with the Eight of Swords, like it's like confusing people in a way, like how can you be like this? Like it's subtle, yet like it's almost like if you're a feminine energy, you may have a threatening aura, but you have like a heart of gold. Can I get one for the rabbit? And as I said, heart of gold, we had the Ace of Cups flip over. Can I have one for the rabbit, please? So yeah, we have the Hangman. So it's almost like this person, whoever's in this rabbit energy, is almost like, yeah, it feels like they're stunned or stuck. And then we have the moon at the bottom, which is like they, again, you could be very mysterious to this person. It's almost giving me the energy of like they misjudged you because of what they couldn't see. Like you're someone who doesn't need to like wear your strength. And it's almost like with this Hangman here, this person, because everything is falling out of his pockets, because they're like almost stunned, like stunned still and not doing anything. Whatever position that they're in, they put themselves there because the Hangman is an energy that you do for yourself. So they were holding themselves back for whatever reason, but it's almost like they were they're losing everything too. Can I get one for this owl? The owl, please. The owl. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Coming out for the owl. Yeah, and it's almost like with this owl energy, this person is realizing like they were actually holding on again with the devil at the bottom to like a false sense of power. Like the power was actually, the power that they thought they had was actually keeping them limited. And they actually like were losing, like with the perception that they were winning, but it was the devil. Yeah. And now it's like they almost feel foolish with the Fool here, and then the decision that they made with the Two of Wands. Because it's almost like they just wanted to be seen a certain way with the Knight of Wands, but it almost became too mentally taxing with the Nine of Swords. Ooh. It caused them more anxiety, worry, sleepless nights, possibly even nightmares. Can I get one for the zebra? the zebra. So now we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is like this person like seeing like it's almost like they're realizing like they have to like work for, not even work for, but like the best way that I can explain it with the way that I'm feeling it is like they're realizing that ego only gets them so far. And when you're all ego, it actually leaves you stuck and you lose things. But it's almost like, what would you do without it? That's how this person is feeling. Like, oh, and you do need your ego. I'm not saying that the ego is like it needs to be, just gone. But it needs to be healthy. And that it actually takes work to be your authentic self. With the Page of Cups. Like, that's something that you have to put in the work for. Because emotionally, this person hit rock bottom. Wanting that power and control. And I'm hearing domination over, others or situations or circumstances. But here's the Emperor. They're seeing it. They're seeing how, like, almost in a way, the best way that I can say it is like how they ruined themselves. Because from the 4 to the 8 of Pentacles is another 8. Or excuse me, another 4. Like I said, so it makes me feel like, power is half the battle. Ego is half the battle. But the other half, too, is like almost the intention behind it. Because it almost makes me feel like whoever did it, they did it to like, or whoever's in this energy, like they did it to fit in when we are made to stand out like the zebra. But it takes the courage, it takes strength to be in that energy. Like you really have to take the time out to look at yourself, to get to know yourself, is what I feel like with the 8 of Pentacles, where the 8 of Pentacles can also be an energy of avoidance as well. Can I get another one for this bear? Oh, hold up. Too many. Can I get another one for this bear and the Strength card? Bear and the Strength card. The Rabbit and the Hangman. The Owl and Power. Too many. The Owl and Power. And then the Zebra and the 8 of Pentacles with Prudence. Hold on, I'll put those back in a second. Let's see what we have. Yep. Alright, so we have the Hierophant coming out for the Bear and Strength card, which I say is for this feminine energy. It feels like, yeah, they just have like a set of morals and values and principles that I almost want to say like they honor. for themselves. Like it's almost giving me an energy like this person, you know, this feminine energy almost like practices what they preach, where this rabbit with the hangman and the Prince of Cups, which is like the Knight of Cups, they don't practice what they preach. Like they try to make something, like, because this is the filmmaker, so it's almost like they try to construct an image, or, you know, of something that is just truly not who they are. And then with the owl power and the Knight of Wands, it almost makes me feel like being in this Knight of Wands energy was keeping them safe, but it also is telling them like it was like a shield, because the Four of Pentacles can also be an energy of like, you know, covering up things in a way to like keep people out. But with the zebra, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords here, the Prince of Swords, it's almost like they're being like enlightened or aligned, or, you know, it's being brought to their awareness of what it actually takes to be an emperor. Yep. With the world at the bottom, the universe, which is the world. And it basically it leads you to this Princess of Swords, which is, it says the activist. There's something with online here. I don't know if this person, like, they could spend a lot of time online. I want to get another one. Can I get one for this Page of Swords? But it's almost like it's also giving me like the energy of research. The Page of Swords. We have a Queen of Cups. So they could watch a feminine energy online. Someone who is in this Queen of Cups energy. And it's almost like they're learning from this person. Can I get another one, please? Whoa. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is an energy of forward movement, of recognition. It says victory. Honestly, for some of you, because I feel like if you're a feminine energy, this would be you, where you harness this bear and zebra energy. Again, it's like I'm getting the energy of like someone trying to figure you out. if you're a feminine energy, or figure out like the only thing I can say is like how you're able to do what you do, like, because it almost seems effortless with the Eight of Wands, but it's because you're someone that, you know, you're someone who knows yourself. A Queen of Cups definitely knows herself. She's very she's very introspective, but also reflective to others, you know, outside of her. So it brings me back to like what I said, this person, like if you're a feminine energy, you could be triggering, you know, multiple people. It doesn't even have to be just one person, into like showing them who they are. And in it, it's almost making them want to like be intrigued about their own uniqueness. But it's just you know, like you just do you. Like that's what it makes me want to say. Like you just, with the eight of Wands and the Page of Cups, it's almost like it's effortless. Like, because it's something that, you know, whatever you do, you like doing it. And it's almost like maybe they can see you like being successful and doing what you do, where they're stuck at a crossroads between the Six and the Eight of Wands. But it's because you enjoy doing it, so it's not challenging. And then on top of it, you're just being who you are. Like, you know how they say, like, if you find, you know, something that you like doing, or you do what you like doing, it doesn't seem like work. Where whoever this energy is, they have to like work to like construct like how they want to be seen or perceived, or, you know, how they put themselves out there. And that's too much work. Because then we have the Three of Cups, the Sun, and there she is, the Queen of Pentacles. This energy is like, it all, like, the only thing I can say is, especially if you're a feminine energy, like, they're seeing you, like, I don't know, like, it almost makes me want to feel like this person feels like you're not real, or you weren't, not, and I don't mean real in that, like you're in almost like an anomaly. Like, how can someone like this exist? But like, it's almost like, and the only thing I can say is like, this is how everyone should be themselves and be comfortable in it. And it's almost like, if you're helping people, you may be helping people like you don't even know. But it's because of your passion, the drive that you have for it. It's not for, you know, to be recognized or looked at a certain way. You like what you do. And it's almost like helping others helps you. So it's like the gift that keeps on giving, in a way. Give me one for this this Prince of Cups, this masculine energy. Yeah, look, and the Magician. And it's almost like where this person could, you know, be someone that doubts themselves or doesn't feel like they don't have the capabilities or whatever the case may be. I mean, that's not a you problem as the masculine, but they are showing up as the Magician. Like, so it's almost like they have to free themselves of whatever limiting mindset or mentality that they have with this Devil energy. need another one for this magician, and then we'll grab the guidance and device. Like, I don't even know what to call this. And it's like by way of expressing how they express themselves with this activist here. They have to be willing to learn, because the pages are also like student energy. Give me one more, and then we'll grab the guidance and device. Can I get one for this activist? Activist. Oh. The activist, please. The Page of Swords. We have the star coming out. Ooh, star. And you know what that makes me feel like? It's almost like this person kind of like wants to be seen as like the star energy, or like it almost makes me feel like if they're wondering like, well, what do I like, what do I have to say, or what do I have to offer, or what can I say? Like it's something about speaking, but it's almost like you, because it's making me feel like the intention behind why this person wants to be seen is not, excuse me, it's not for the right reasons. So instead of trying to manipulate a way, it's almost like they like, if it's you, and if it's, you know, if your intentions are in the right place, like if your intentions is like to, you know, possibly get some type of recognition or some type of reward, then your intentions aren't pure. They're not coming from a pure space. They, you know, it's almost like they're coming from a space of trying to get something. So if your intentions aren't pure, you know, it's not going, like you're not going to gain like attraction or attention in the way that you want, or like how you've been used to getting it, because it feels like someone has been getting some type of attention, you know, in the past, where, and it's not working anymore, or the way that they used to, you know, get attention. But it's because, like, not for nothing, I mean this in the sincerest way possible, but it's almost like you're, You were coming from a place of just wanting to like almost take it. And respect isn't, it's given, it's earned. It's not something that you take. Like, you can't make somebody respect you. And what are you doing like that is like, it seems very self-serving. But if your intentions were pure and you're just being who you are, like respect and attention, like you naturally gravitate that. Like it naturally comes to you. Yeah, because see, look, we have the disappointment up under at the bottom of the deck after the star. Yeah, and it's like, that's the 5 of Cups. And it's almost like, yeah, you were let down. Like your ego got, like you took an ego hit. But it's almost like you're gonna learn today with the kindergarten teacher here, this like the Knight of Pentacles. Like almost where true value lies, where real value, like where it comes from, where it derives from. You can't take it. You can't make somebody give it to you. Like you can't, Because it's almost like, again, they're just saying ruin, ruin. You ruined yourself by being in this energy. But let's grab the guidance and the advice, because this is a lot. Yeah, it's like for some of you, we got the shadow coming out, which is the moon card in this deck. And it's almost like, yeah, this is almost like, you're seeing, like someone is seeing the shadow side of themselves through interacting with another person. This is 18. Like everything is changing for this person, like for real. And it has to do with, yeah, how they express themselves with the throat chakra. And like that expression could be anything. Like it doesn't just have to be a voice or, talking. It's just expression within itself. It's almost like, like being caught, like someone that wants to like stay in the sun all day. We don't even get that in real life. The sun has to set sometimes. So we have shadow. And it says, this card represents emotions, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. Wow. This is a world of constant flux, and one thing is certain, everything changes. This card is calling you to action. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You must learn to confront what you've avoided and walk courageously through it. Also know that life naturally revitalizes itself, and as it does, so do you. The shadow card promises that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Recognize that by no longer denying your past and letting the tears fall, you'll discover the diamonds in the treasure chest of your soul. This is a cleansing process to wash away and clear out what was once avoided, ignored, or pushed aside. This card indicates that this is a time when your psychic activity may be quite intense. Learn to open up to it, or if need be, to turn it down. Your body is one big psychic antenna, so just remember that you're in control of how high or how low you want the reception to be. Mother Earth can assist you in this period of change, sensitivity, and healing. Yeah, this was someone that, they didn't want to like they wanted to stay in the sun. Can I get one for the shadow? Can I get one for the shadow? And it's a fear of vulnerability with the Knight of Cups. And then we have the Hermit, which could be like fear of being alone, but they're seeing that now. The Hermit enlightened them to the star. That's what he carries. He carries the star. And for some of you, it's playing out by way of connection to another person. This was someone who like could have been very, charming and, charismatic, because that's what the Knight of Cups is. It says the seducer. But via the Hermit, it's almost like they're realizing like it left them alone. Number one, to do the soul searching. And in that, they're seeing what they were, what they are. And for some of you, how it affects connections, it affects how you feel about yourself, and how you share and are able to connect with others emotionally when it's really all that you want. With the Chariot, we got the Chariot, yeah. And it actually pushed you. I knew I had felt that Five of Pentacles earlier in the reading, and it actually, could have affected your money, it could have affected your health, just your well-being overall. And it's almost like I just hear someone like, I just wanted to stop. With the Two of Swords. Wow. But that's the weekly, y'all. I was not expecting this. And I don't even know. It is what it is. But I definitely hope that it resonated for some of you. And if not, it just wasn't your story. I hope everyone enjoys the week ahead. And I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.